In other words, that while we do the tour, there's many talks. I'm with them all the time. We have roundtable discussions in the evening, and we look at all these alternative views. For example, the King Tut origins, things like that. And it's very exciting when you're on location to get into that. I mean, I've done many of these tours. I've lost count now. And it's always very exciting. First, because we have people from all over the world. I was saying that last time. I was telling you earlier that we had many people from Scandinavia, from Denmark, from Sweden, who came. I think we had about 10 of them, and they absolutely had a thrill, because we do it out of the ordinary. We try and do visits in a different way. We go outside the touristic tracks. We had a lovely thing this year. I organized a camel caravan, for example, at dawn around the pyramids. And we set up a breakfast with Bedouins, and the mood was absolutely fantastic. I mean, so, it's really an experience rather than, a visit to Egypt.
Sure.
They get immersed in the experience. They meet kindred spirit, people who think like them, and we have a lot of fun. I mean, it's we do things on the spur of the moment. We go and visit. We discuss at night what we can do the next day. Some people want to have another visit at the Great Pyramid. So it's very much a kind of non-rigid tour with a lot of exciting. It's a sort of thing that I shouldn't be saying this, but if I was a reader of people like Graham Hancock, myself, I would like to go because you really get the experience. I mean, Egypt is not a place you can go too many times. It's a bit costly, but if you're going to do it, this is the kind of trip I would recommend. Not just because it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. And
I mean, others do it. I mean, John West does it, and a variety of others. But I've lived in Egypt for many years, as you know. I spent half my life in Egypt. I was born there, and so we were able, because of my knowledge of the country, we're able to do things that you can't do on normal tours. I can decide on the spur of the moment if something hot happens. For example, in March, we had an opportunity to go and see a camel caravan that was parked outside Abu Sir. And there we go. We hopped on the coach and we went there. And it was absolutely thrilling. I mean, they thought they were in a movie set. So it's what we do.
So it's about 14 days. And how big is the group that you're traveling with there?
I try to keep it not too large. We probably will have in the vicinity of 20 people. It's much larger than this, then it becomes impersonal.
Yeah.
So 20, 25, that's our optimum. We still have a lot of places if people want to book. We're half filled now. The tour is about 12 days, if I recall well, which involves a 4-night stay in the Cairo region. And this is really intensive pyramids. We will see all the pyramid sites, ranging from Giza to Dashur to Saqqara to Abu Sir. We do a few other things in Cairo, of course. In the evening, we go and visit the bazaars and the museum and so forth. And then we move to Upper Egypt, where we spend 6 days on a cruise ship. This is the big fun. That's the part I like. Where we literally spend 6 days on a very, very nice cruise ship. It's a modern con, full facilities, and we have lectures in the evening. We sit on deck, discuss, and we visit all the temples along the way. We start in Aswan. While we're at Aswan, we take a trip to Abu Simbel by coach. Then we spend some time in Aswan visiting Fila Temple, the Temple of Isis, Elephantine Island. And then we go down the Nile and stop at the principal sites, Komombo. We stop at the Temple of Edfu, the Temple of Horus. We end up in Luxor, where we stay on board for 2 nights, and we see all the the antiquities there, from Karnak to the Valley of the Kings to the various temples of Hatshepsut, Ramses III, and so forth. But really, the fun is to do it with a group that they very quickly gel together. It's lovely to see. Because we have a lot of interaction. We give a lot of talks. We allow people to give us their own ideas and so forth. So by the third day, everybody is sort of buzzing, and it's really an experience to have a group like this and to see those places in that kind of mood. You feel like you've had one of these once in a lifetime thing that stays with you all the time. I mean, people have come on my tours. I seem to be doing a big advertisement here.
Well, we need to inform people of what they can get if they're interested in going here, because again, it's a big tour. I mean, it's for 12 or 13 days, it's almost 2 weeks. I mean, it's a big thing as well. And as you say, many people might not have that many opportunities to go to Egypt either. And to do it this way and seeing some of the more and doing it from an alternative point of view instead of going on the regular charter trip, it's a big thing. And I mean, we're having said that as well. You visit a lot of these places over and over and again. Do you particularly have any favorites, or are there still some sites that totally amaze you, that you feel thrilled of being able to visit over and over again?
Yes. I mean. I always get the kick, of course, at Giza. I mean, Giza is one of those. The Giza pyramids and the Sphinx is one of those. But again, I emphasize, I mean, for example, at Giza, we try and do a dawn visit. If you know the country well and you've been to those sites many times, you begin to realize that there are times of the day where the whole mood of the visit is very, very different. I suppose it's like visiting a cathedral, at night, for example, and if you happen to be able to be on your own. So the mood is very, very different. And, I look at those angles to try and pick the right mood. So, of course, Giza is one of those places, it always has an effect on me. But the one that really gets me always, I mean, all are wonderful sites, Karnak, Luxor Temple. But the one that hits me most is Abu Simbel, the great temple of Ramses II in Abu Simbel. And if you pick it up at the right time, which we do, by the way, we go early in the morning before sunrise. It's one of those unusual sites that you can visit, enter the site before sunrise. They allow that because many of the flights and the ships just come for the day, and so they open the sites, and we try and go there very, very early. And it's something that I've been there dozens of times, and it always has this effect on me, because what happens is the temple is actually designed to interact with the light. It picks up the sunlight at the moment of sunrise, where the sun breaks the horizon, and the temple becomes alive. It's designed to illuminate certain parts of the facade so that the story is told with the illumination. Certain statues get illuminated. It's magical. I suppose it's the sound and light show of antiquity. That's what I call it. It's absolutely, it's absolutely fantastic. I don't know if you've been there, Henrik. Have you?
I have not yet. Obviously, this is one of the places I do intend to visit at some point in the future, and I obviously love to go on a tour like that as well, to travel around and see a lot of the different sites, because I wouldn't even know where to begin. So it's interesting to hear what some of your favorite spots is as well. But it's I'm definitely going to travel down there in some way or another here soon. There's just so much to see there, obviously. But
absolutely,
Robert, if we round things up on this note for the first segment here, then let's say we have someone tuning in here, listening, who is financially in a position to do one of these trips and want to look further into going on this particular one. Where can they go to read more information about the event and about the trip and so forth?
They should go on my website, which is www.RIR-Robert-Bauval-Tutankhamun.co.uk. And I think I said this last time on your show, do not go to